So this is a tutorial where I will model a shampoo bottle, and then also I will want to texture it. Okay, show you how to put the label, and this video might come in 2 or 3 parts. Okay, so right, first I just start with a simple shampoo bottle modeling. I'll start with a cylinder. Okay, I will want to reduce to maybe 12 segment over here with the height of 3. Okay, then I'm going to convert it to editable poly. Just at this stage, I'm going to use a scale and flatten it on the y-axis. Alright, I'm going to rename this to shampoo body. We just make the shape. Okay, see right now I think I need an extra edges here to add more polygons here so that I can make a bit of more curve there in the middle. So what I'm going to do now is going to edge, select all the vertical edges. Alright, or I can hit shift on the other side. I will select a ring, or I can just press the ring here. We will select the whole ring of the vertical edges adjacent to it. Alright, then I'm gonna press the connect button once. And now I have one extra edges. I'm gonna use a scale just to scale it down. Okay, so from here I'm gonna just look it from the top view. Okay, you can press F3 to see the wireframe. I'm gonna select just this vertex and scale it on the x-axis like that. Switch back to perspective view. Okay, right, once I'm done, going at polygon. On the polygon sub object mode, I'm going to use bevel. Alright, just gonna bring it up a bit. Okay, so at this point I would want to basically use a symmetry modifier to actually make a mirror on the other half, on the other side of it. So basically what I'm going to do is go to the text, change the color a bit. So I'm going to pick these two vertices together. Alright, and then I'm going to press connect and do the same at the bottom. Before I do the same at the bottom, might as well do this first. Use an insert. Just insert just a bit, and make another one, and make another one. Okay. And I'm going to make another one, and use the move tool here, and just bring that up a bit like that. Okay. This will create the bottom platform of the shampoo bottle. Okay, now what I'm going to do also is I'm going to select this part, the top part. This is actually supposed to be the cap of the shampoo bottle, so I'm going to detach it. So I'm going to use detach in the Polygons object level, detach, name it as cap. Alright. Because of the originally the cap here is actually this it originally belongs to the main body, which is this one. It still uses the same pivot position down here, just like the original, the main body. So basically what we're going to do now, okay, since it'll be a bit difficult to move it if the pivot is down there, we're going to go to the hierarchy. Okay, the hierarchy tab. Just now we're in the modify tab, so we're going to go into the hierarchy tab. Make sure effect pivot only is on, and then hit the alignment section area here, hit the center to object, then it will transfer the pivot there, and make sure you turn it off, then go back to the modify tab. Right now our pivot is at the center of the shampoo bottle cap. So I'm just gonna bring this up a bit. Actually at this point I'm not going to use the symmetry for the main body because there's not much detail need to be done. I can just go with what I have now, but maybe the bottle cap here I will want to basically put the what you call it, the symmetry modifier. Okay, focusing back on the main body. Now will be a good time to put in turbo smooth. Okay, increase the iteration to 2, slant display. Right, if I render it quickly, shift Q is the shortcut key. I'll have something like this. Now the background here is black color. It's better to have brighter color, so I'm going to rendering environment. I'm going to change the color to it's white for the time being, so that I can see the silhouette of the bottle. Alright, so now going back down to editable poly level, I'm going to basically just create some an inside part of it, so that it will make it more realistic instead of just leaving it like this. So while you're down at editable poly, you can see what's going on, like a preview of what's going on up here at full smooth level by pressing this show end result button. Alright, okay. We'll go to border. Border is something like an edge. But it only select the open edges, which means there's no polygon here. It is called an open edges. All these edges is now an open edges. So I'm selecting just one edge, and it will detect, the open edges around. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the edge extrude techniques. Right? This is how you do it. You hold shift. Okay, while you have all the edges selected, hold shift. You can apply it to either modify into either move or either rotate or either scale, depending on what you want. So if I press shift and move, if I move it up at the z-axis here, you see that it kind of extends the polygon from that edges, alright? And also based on where I'm moving it. If I press again, it will extend. Okay, I'm just gonna undo that. What I'm gonna do now is I'm basically just going to extend it at the same level of where the edges is right now. So I'm going to use a scale instead, right? So I'm going to hold shift and put my mouse in the middle so that it will scale uniformly. This is going to do a few steps of extrusion. So here we go. 1, okay, 2, right. Then I'm going to switch to move. I'm going to bring it up a bit. 1 and 2. Okay, this is how it will look like when I press show end result. When I press render, it will look something like that. Alright. If let's say you still want the edges here to be more sharper, what you can do is you select the ring of basically these edges around and use a camfer tool. Okay, this time I'm going to use the setting here instead of using the actual button here. So I'm just gonna camfer it slightly a bit like that. Okay, so let me just show again. This is before pressing camfer, and yes, I'm basically duplicating, making the edge double. Press OK. Alright, press render. I have a more solid hard edges on the side of it. Alright, so I guess that's my body is done. Okay, now back to the cap. Press F4 to see the wireframe. So what we're going to do now is basically just going to do like half part of it. Okay. Since on top here, alright, the polygon is not what you call a quad polygon, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vertices. What we want is a quad, meaning four vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is quad polygon. So what you want is to maintain a quad polygon. One thing I can think of is basically connect these two. Alright, and I want to just make a line straight here by using the cut tool over here. Okay, this is a very useful tool. You add polygons in a more free form manner. Alright, okay. Right, as you can see now that I only do half. Why? Because basically I wanna select half of this polygon. Alright, make sure I select everything and press delete to basically delete that half, because I'm gonna use over here the Symmetry Modifier. Alright, because our pivot is at the center here, so it will be mirrored on the other side. Okay, going back down to the poly level, you can turn on the show end result here. Okay, right, so what I'm going to do now is to create the cap opener. So the cap opener, I'm just going to do a simple one. Basically it's like playing a puzzle game. You're basically trying to strategize your polygon to get what kind of shape you want. I'm going to basically use the ring, okay, and I'm going to add two edges over here by using the connect and put two. Okay, that should be fine, should be okay. Alright, so if you now when I think about it, I might want to, let's say, I plan to basically do like this. This polygon will be the cap, alright, but I want to add some fancy shape a bit by extruding this polygon so that there will be a grip for our finger to actually pop it open. So I'm going to use the yeah, bevel. Just gonna bevel this. Okay, don't worry about the shape, it's not correct yet. Okay, I'm just gonna rough things up first. Make sure you delete this middle part where the mirrors are, joining. Delete this, drag it and let it combine. Now can go to the vertex level where we can further tweak the shapes. Okay, to be something like that. Right. Thank you. Now also will be a good time to apply turbo smooth on top. Okay, so the order will be turbo smooth, symmetry, and turbo poly here. Right, that should be the right process. Okay, we have some sort of a grip here. Going back to the text. Okay, now what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to detach this. Okay, I'm going to detach this part of the polygon. Okay, I'm going to detach cap opener. Okay, can select this and give it a different color just to differentiate, know which one is which. Okay, for the time being we can actually put it on top. Now going back to the main body here, so and finish it. So basically now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the turbo smooth. This is very smooth. I want it as hard as this. So going to the edge, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this edge around and use the camphor tool and maybe I put 3 instead and press OK. And now you have a hard edge on the side. Okay. Alright. Another thing is this side is too soft, so I need to add polygon there. What I can do now is basically just gonna try camphor, even though that is bad, but try and see first. Okay, alright, that should do it. But it creates a bit of a choppy surfaces on the side here. So that's the problem here. Okay, so you might want to basically make the edges on this side will be okay. Since the problem is on the curve, so basically what we're going to do is I'm just going to use a cut tool just to like give the join around. Okay. I'm going to leave that for a while. So what we're going to do now is to create the extrusion on this side, on the inside. So go to edge, select all the edges here. Again, I'm going to use the hold shift, the edge extrude method, hold shift, and then just drag it down like that. Alright. This you might want to make it straight a bit. And also this one. Okay. And of course you need to add a little extra edges on the side. I'm going to select a ring around here. Okay. So I'm going to press the ring. And then I'm going to press connect on the connect box. While I'm doing that, I can turn on the result and see. It looks kind of fine. Just gonna settle down with this. I'm gonna fix this part. Oh, I see. Now I know the problem is that this is quad, this is not quad. So it's a problem. So I still have to use the cut tool just to make sure that it is a quad. Good. This is a bit of a problem of the triple smooth because sometimes it doesn't translate very well into low polygon surface. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is use a cut, try to make a cut down here. Yeah, somehow it kind of fixed that part, which is cool by the way. So again, with the what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue the cutting this area. And cut this one. Okay, so when I'm done, just monitor the surface, see everything is okay, and yeah, So we have this nice polygon. Alright. Okay, but the bottom part we haven't settled yet. I haven't settled yet. So basically, same method. I'm gonna use the edge extrude. I'm gonna pick the edge. Okay, pick the edge. I'm gonna use the scale. Hold my shift key and scale it inwards like this, and then one more time like that. Okay, but if you look carefully down here, you need to pull the vertex for this too, and use the move tool and move it slightly in the middle so that it will join with the symmetry. Alright, yeah, like that. Okay, then you can bring it down. Okay, bit down, and render. Voila. Right, you might want to tweak a bit on this area here, but yeah, I think you get the idea. It's part of it. Yep. Okay. Then with this uh, section, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the edge extrude technique just now. Try selecting the border. I'm going to hold my shift and move on this side just to extend it a bit and extend it one more time. Okay. Here is where I need to use my vertex object just to modify to make sure that it goes straight. Okay, something like that. Same goes with this one. Okay, you can try put on the turbo smooth, but first apply the symmetry first, alright, and then apply turbo smooth. Okay, alright, just like before. There's a curve there. Just gonna make this straight. Okay, I'm gonna use edge. Going back here, I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna use camphor. Okay. See this one. Let me settle this one first. Camphor. Okay. Alright, hard edges. Okay, now for the side here. What I want is I'm just gonna put this just for a while just to test how it fits in. Okay, fits in very well, but not on the side. So I'm going to make this part a bit hard on the edges. So what I'm going to do now is plan my where I want to do my chamfering, and it's usually sometimes you need to, you know, experiment, try, see whether it works or not. Okay, so like this, we create a problem here with the chamfer, so we need to fix this a bit. What I can do is go to target weld just to make a nice flow here. So basically I'm gonna this one with this one, this one, this one. This one, this one, this one. Hope I get that right. So then turbo smooth, and yeah, it's more nicer that way. That you will learn through experiment and through experience. You understand the polygon flow. Just try to fix the flow to make it right. Okay, so yeah, these are shampoo bottle modeling 101. The cat can rotate. Okay, something like that. Alright, so I'll see you in the next part where we're going to basically um, texture the label. Okay, bye bye.